Can I ask you a question? Sorry. So you probably couldn't say something mad important there, but you know, like, because you're famous now, yeah.
I'm not famous.
On the streets of London, you're kind of famous. Like, you know, if a fan comes up to you and she's nice, will you like? Because I always wondered, like, what does man do when you?
I can't lie, Carnival was mad.
There's a clip of you at Carnival.
Nah, do you know what it is? Yeah? Like, there's see some of my boys up like, come, let's go. I'm like, yeah, but she. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't just a fan; she was a nice fan. Yeah.
Yo, this is Fabs from Pastor Meerkat. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Blow.
Oi, oi, Savo, light. What's going on? We are Pastor Meerkat. This is episode 47.
Yes.
This episode is sponsored by Boohoo Man. Click the link in the description for 10% off. Type in PTM10.
Yeah.
Got a couple guys in the building. Some people are missing.
Yeah.
We've got 6 of us here. We've got Pedro in the background as well. What you say? I'm going to introduce all of us. Start off with Tim. What's going on, Tim?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Looking
Nice
kind of
top, man.
drippy.
Oh, thank you, man.
Name one Jimi Hendrix
Name one song.
Underground sign, you know.
Underground who?
What?
Sing it.
I can't sing it. He plays guitar now. I just know he's
not
playing
gonna
guitar.
say it. Yeah,
He
it's
plays guitar,
Hey, that's a good
man.
save.
Yeah.
Don't mind E-Man.
We've got Bangs in the building.
Yes.
Looking
that's
drippy in a nice baby blue.
Yeah, baby blue for the baby boy.
Okay, cool. We've got Shake in the building.
Yes, sir.
Nice camouflage.
Beige.
Beige.
That's your favourite colour, isn't it?
Yeah, you wear that colour.
It's his favourite colour, man.
That being camouflage is funny as well.
Because I'm light skinned now. I'm blending it.
And we've got Vish in the building as well.
Yeah, man.
Looking drippy as always.
I'm in the chocolate, man. In the
Yeah.
chocolate today.
Thanks for coming here, Vish, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Was,
No worries, man.
He wasn't feeling
I
well.
got food poisoning, man.
I swear.
But I came.
What's that? What's under your hoodie?
Oh, it's not here anymore.
not there, he's
The whole
not there.
bottle.
Put it away.
I
That's just your belly.
I put a few pounds, man.
I'm eating good.
And we've got a special guest in the building.
Yeah.
Yep.
He needs no introduction.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Love is Blind himself.
Hey.
We've got Ollie in the building.
Appreciate you having me, man. I appreciate you having me.
Nah, it's all good.
It's been a minute still.
It's been a minute, man. For those of you who don't know, we know Ollie before Love is Blind. We know him from uni. Way back, man. Way back. How have you been though? How's life treating you?
I've been good, man. I can't complain. It's like, it's a bit of a whirlwind, like I was saying to you off camera. It's like 1 minute you're just Ollie, next minute you're Ollie from Love is Blind, and that becomes like a new
Crazy,
moniker,
innit?
do you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's weird because like people you don't know come up to you like they know you.
Yeah.
But it's been nice. It's been positive. Like, it's been a mad one.
Yeah.
It's only been like, what, 6 weeks since the final episode come out.
Okay.
It's not been that long.
It feels like it's been longer.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
feels like-
Because they put the new thing out now, but like
Exactly.
up until now, like obviously, like the old your series is like what everyone's been watching. innit?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Up until that point, there hadn't been anything for a while, and obviously this is the first UK season, so it
Yeah.
went crazy.
Yeah.
So people who hadn't watched it previously were like, "Oh, it's a UK thing now. Cool, I'm gonna get involved." And then
Oh, my.
so the first episode came out like early August, but then because they do it bit by bit, it
Okay,
wasn't until
yeah.
the 26th of August when the reunion came out, and then that's when things got wild.
Feels like-
We'll get into that. But like, even with like, there's some people that are still only watching it now. Like, I'm still seeing people coming in, like, I'm on episode 2. Ollie better not do that. I'm gonna block this person now. But yeah, man.
Well, I've been reading your Instagram. You've been traveling a lot. They must have paid you some good funds.
I'm not saying, listen.
You've got some good. Wait, you were away like a few days ago. What did you...
I was away. I'm not gonna talk too
Oh,
much
you're not
about
gonna
that.
go into it. Okay, cool.
I'm back now. I'm back. Rab along. But yeah, I like to travel a bit. Obviously,
Okay,
I was in the States earlier this year. I was in Jamaica
Yeah.
earlier this year, where I go regular. So
Okay, sick.
yeah, I try and get about, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like you gotta escape this weather every now.
You
and
have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Needed, bro.
Before we got into Love is Blind, basically I was watching. Do you watch Power?
Yeah.
Do you watch Power Book 2?
Nah, I don't. You know.
It's the worst. Honestly, it's the worst.
It's the worst.
It's the last season
But
now.
you man
though.
got hooked into it, but the last series, last
Season's been
It's not been great,
dead.
innit?
The plot's
Terrible,
been
bro.
dead.
I can't like even finish Power fully. I got to the point where I was just getting sick of it. But like, I know the gist. So
Yeah.
Do you know the cast of Power Book 2?
Nah.
So So there's a guy called Drew, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people keep telling me I look like this guy.
Yeah, you look like Drew a
They
lot.
keep telling me I look like this
Hold
guy.
on,
What
if I
do you
can
do?
Don't go with man. He looks like everyone.
Yeah.
He looks like Jonathan Majors.
A Whoopi
He looks like-
Goldberg.
That one I kind of see still.
He's like Whoopi Goldberg.
Takes it all fast.
If you see the picture, you would see what I'm talking about.
Power Book. Okay.
Yeah, type in Drew from Power Book 2.
You definitely look like Drew.
Yeah, DRU.
Like, I'm like, why are they choosing Drew? There's so many there's Method Man, there's Ghost. Like,
Raw.
Oh, no,
why are they choosing Drew?
You know what's mad, yeah? He looks like if you and Dej had a child. Am I going crazy in that picture?
Because of the big.
Nah, for real.
E-man's face and Dodge's bid.
Oh, the way
I think that's what he
I
means.
think it might be that still.
That guy looks nothing like me. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a little game.
Oh, here we go.
No, it's a little like.
Alright, say that, say
We're
that.
just gonna go around the room. You've got like literally 5 seconds. Say a celebrity lookalike for each. We're gonna start off with her.
I've got
5 seconds.
hers.
You have to just say. It doesn't matter if it's an insult.
No, I'm getting cancelled.
We got some that we always say anyway.
Nah, give me something.
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
I genuinely can't think.
You can't think.
Messi.
Messi,
Messi, no, we'll say-
Messi,
Who's that
Benzema,
singer?
Hernandez.
No, who's that singer?
Jay Sean.
Jay
Shut up, you racist, man.
It's calm. We said that.
Nah. There's a slight. I can't lie.
Shake's got bears.
Shake's got bears as well.
First name that comes to mind.
He really looks like someone, but I can't think.
First name that comes to mind. Just think basketball.
Basketball.
No, I don't. You know what? I'll let you finish, yeah. But there was some context on the. I saw some comments on the last video, yeah. And there was 2 names, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who he slightly looks like? Who's that? Bro, who's that? Fuck. DJ Academics. That's one of
DJ Academics. Yeah. But I think you might have been thinking about Stephen A.
Stephen A. Smith.
Oh yeah! Again, if Stephen A. Smith and DJ Academics had a kid.
So the ones I get more recently is Stephen A. Smith and Imani.
Yeah, from Joe Budden.
Oh yeah, the Armani one. Yeah.
And Ish a little bit.
No.
No, I think more Armani. Definitely Armani.
That's
Stephen A. Smith is wild.
When I heard that, I was like, you know my age, right?
What about Tim?
Tim's a hard
Tim's a
one.
hard one.
Yeah, good.
I can't lie, bro. It's a compliment, but you got a unique. There's not many other like doppelgangers out there.
Yeah,
You know, you know that the guy who's been in EastEnders?
No.
The guy that used to be in East End. Oh,
The hench
what's
guy.
his name?
The one that used to go out with Denise's sister.
I can't remember. I don't know his
I forgot his
character
name.
but his actual name is Arenze. Arenze
Okay,
Kelly.
yeah. You look like him though.
Yeah, he looks like him.
That later as well. Yeah, I got no one for you, man. I'm gonna have to tap out that
We're
one.
typing out, yeah.
See you now. Hold on. Who's this guy?
Oh, come on, man.
There's a comedian who you kind of look like, but I can't think who.
Comedian.
Comedian.
He's like a YouTube comedian, but I can't think. Nah, I might be way off. I got nothing for you either. Give me some.
I know you got one, but you know what I'm saying.
Just say it.
You guys' name legit.
Okay.
Just like little skit. I'm gonna come back. And I'm gonna message you later. I can't think.
I don't know.
There's Bez.
What is Ben here?
Halifax, man.
I feel like I'm mad uncultured right now.
Oh my days.
Hey.
Monque is funny. He's like this. He's a comedian.
Okay.
But I wouldn't even say that though.
A Lupe Fiasco.
Come on, it's just anyone
That
with
works.
glasses.
It's a cheap shot, but it works.
Lupe
Okay,
Fiasco.
It's a cheap shot.
It was no cheaper than Jay Sean, so that's
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
What about yourself, man? Who do you think you look?
What about you, man? Yeah, what about you, man? What do you think?
No, we don't.
See my one, yeah. Oh boy, the thing is,
It's the easy one.
Drink on Tuesday.
We were
making love on a Wednesday.
and on
Thursday and Friday and Saturday and chilled on Sunday.
See what? Yeah. Like on the show, there was like, this is the thing. I don't think I look like him.
I don't think you do.
But they're there on camera, like, because basically they already spoke about that from like the audition stage, innit?
Yeah.
Basically, long story
Yeah.
short, they wanted me on another show like a year before.
Okay.
And I said no. And then funny enough, I'd come off all my socials and then they still had my number from when we spoke about that show.
Okay.
So if it hadn't been for that, they never would have found me because I wasn't any socials. I don't do dating sites or nothing like that. So I was so they WhatsApped me and was like, oh, hey Ollie, we spoke
Hey,
to
we
you
really
about,
wanted you, bro.
They want to cast
There's like,
them.
we spoke to you about this show in November, whenever it was, but you weren't interested. But we're now casting for Love Is Blind, the first series of that, like in the UK. Would you be interested? And I was like, like we can talk, kind of thing. And then during that, they're like, the same person who interviewed me for it was like, oh, I remember you now. You're the one who was like Craig David. And I was like, here we go.
That's crazy.
You the gig, so
They already had that in their little like idea. So when they got to the filming now, they're like doing the interviews. We call them MIVs, master interviews, and they're like, so do you have any celebrity lookalikes?
That's crazy.
For fuck's sake. Alright, cool. I don't think I look like the guy, but some people say I look like Craig David. That was it. Now they run with it. They've done a trailer out of it.
That's crazy.
And they want it to go crazy. And the worst thing is, people are like, oh, who lied to this guy and said he looks like Craig David? I'm like, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
It probably looks like you're co-signing the fact I'm Craig David.
People acting like I'm begging it, like I'm girls to girls going, hey, can I take you for a drink on Monday? I'm not the one doing it. I'm not the one doing it. They're doing it about me. I'm just like, bro, I genuinely didn't think it was a thing, But the worst part is, I've been getting it since I was like 18. And the thing is, I was like, cool, I'll grow out of it because eventually I'll look different. But he's growing with me. So when he gets a bit like me, I can't win.
he's not walking away, man.
The thing is, I thought it was just a local thing. I've been in America before, minding my business, and there was some guy like outside like the gas station or whatever, staring at me. I'm like, what's this guy on, man? Whatever. This guy's walked past me like, hey, you know you like Craig David. And he just kept moving like he was angry. Like I was impersonating a police officer or something. Like, hey, why are you looking like him for? And I was like, all right. Can't even be in America safe. I think they knew about that over there. But it's everywhere. But like
at what point, when everyone tells you look like a certain man, then you
have to just accept it, man.
When man say Stephen A. Smith, I'm like, I don't look like him, but too many people
You do.
I don't look like him. I don't look like him.
Like, if you said that's your uncle, I'd be like, I wouldn't question you twice. But just for the record, I don't think I look like Craig David. I'm not doing that. It's the rest of the world. So but I don't see it. Apart from the complexion and beard. But man. But it could be worse. He's a good-looking guy, so there's worse people to be compared to.
True. I've seen shouts of Drake before. I've seen shouts.
That's just a cheap shot.
Someone said on Twitter, Andre Gray, the footballer. Andre Gray. Apart from the scar.
Yeah.
So the one that's married to that's Leanne Pinnock.
Again, I don't see it, but he's a good looking guy. I'll take it, man.
What's the worst comparison you got then?
I'm not even gonna go there. I'll tell you, man.
He knows who he is.
I know exactly who it is. You know who it is. Oh, I know you.
You two kind of look alike.
All I'm saying,
Shake's like,
Change my branding.
What's that branding?
I'm not putting my worst one out there because people be like, you do, and then start calling me out. I'll tell you, man.
I heard that.
What's going on, people? E-Man from Pastor Meerkat. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers! Ollie, we're going to speak man to man, 6'5" to 6'5", Here we go.
Debate.
We're going to be real about this.
Let's do this.
Let's be real, man. No one's listening.
I'm nervous already, by the way.
No one's listening.
Everyone's listening.
Love ain't really blind. Love ain't really blind. Let's be real.
That's the question.
It's a question.
He's coming in hot. I thought we rounded off the show.
That's what most people think when they watch a show afterwards. They're thinking, like, is it or is it not?
Do you know what it is? I can't speak for me, but what I can say is I'm looking.
No.
I don't care.
Is love blind to you?
Okay,
let me
give the paragraph. Let me give the essay and then.
Cool.
So if love is blind, I don't know if that was a show to prove it. And the reason I say that is you're talking about, you got Freddie who looks like a freaking action figure in the face and body. You've got like Stephen again, chiseled as hell, good bit. Like if you're ever gonna prove love is blind, that is not the place to do it.
So true.
Good looking guys and these beautiful girls. You get what I'm saying?
They don't put like They
do what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like, respectfully. Respect. They don't put the ugliest people in the world there. They put like attractive to semi-attractive.
It's an attractive cast, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna watch it if it's not.
Yeah, but this is my problem. So like, what I'm getting at is, let's say obviously you got freaking, I don't know, Kat and Freddie doing their reveal. If the door's open and he like Piers Morgan and she's still feeling him, now we've proved love is blind. You know what I'm saying? But if you were looking like Freddie, she's like, oh, love truly is blind. What? He doesn't even need a personality looking like that.
However, you're in love in the pod, so it's blind then.
Yeah.
Because at that point you don't see each other.
Yeah, and I'll be real with you, and you're gonna think I'm chatting shit, but when you're in that environment, you genuinely do catch feelings for the person just from talking.
It's so true.
I hear it.
It's true.
Obviously, we see that, we hear it, and we're just thinking, this is crazy. Because obviously, most of us can't experience that, because we're thinking to ourselves, like, obviously, if you're linking someone, like, obviously, you're talking to them for a while, and then you're like, there's no way I can catch feelings for you in like how long's it been?
Yeah, how long's each session? Pause.
Okay, so first day is literally like a speed dating thing. It's like 8 minutes, and then you have a second session later on in the day that's like 20 minutes. Then the next day is like 30 minutes. Then the next day 40 minutes. By the last day, you're spending 2 hours in there with that one person.
Yeah.
But say if you're not feeling someone the first round, you have to speak to him again.
Nah, so the way I can't, due to like what I've been talking I can't fully go into how they do it, but basically you make it clear who you want to see. They make it clear who they want to see.
Oh, when they work it out.
And then they kind of like put it through a system. And if I'm ranking someone high and they're ranking me high, we're going to see each other again. If I'm ranking someone here and they're ranking me low, I probably won't see them again.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So imagine if you're feeling someone
and you don't see
them,
and
they don't see you again.
I'm not going to smoke no one yet, but a couple guys coming up to the lounge like, I've never seen my number one. I'm like, I don't need to tell you, bro. Like, fish again, did it? Like, that was like, whereas like me and most of the guys were like, like you knew who you were gonna see because you ranked them. You had the report, but certain people were like, I just don't get it. And I'm like, I do.
Can I ask a question though? Is there like almost like a strategy, like because you're doing that ranking thing? Do you kind of have to go in there, like showing the best part of, or like talking bears, so that they can at least get a gauge? Do you know of who you are, or what you do before so they can rank you high? Like, is there a strategy, or you're just yourself when you're going there?
No different to like a real date, though, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? When you
That's
go on a real date, you're trying to
be
you're trying to show them the best qualities you have. You're not trying to be fake, but you're not going to go in and be like, oh, by the way, like you're not going to tell them your worst parts. You're just going to try and be on your best behavior, if you like, and your best etiquette, your best manners.
You deepened your voice as well, innit?
The voice note.
Like you just woke up.
So you get the croakiness.
Let's be real though, like you're talking to a girl, as soon as you deepen your voice, she automatically assumes you're attractive, kind of. Like, was there certain things that you were doing to make them aware that I might be an attractive guy, or were you just like, you know what, I'm gonna block out everything else, I don't want them to know how tall I am?
Yeah. Do you know what? It's an interesting one, because a lot of people, I can't speak for them.
Okay,
maybe they were trying to do certain things to make themselves sound a certain way, or trying to, or the opposite, mask certain, you know what I mean? But me, I was genuinely just myself.
Okay,
and that's like probably too much so in a way. Like, that's why I kind of got in trouble for certain things I said and did, because I was just being my real self, and that doesn't always translate to the viewer as well. Do you get what I'm saying? It looked like it wasn't taking it serious because I was just so relaxed. Yeah. So, but I couldn't hide. Like, I think it was very obvious where I was from. Very obvious, like to anyone with a clue, like my ethnicity. Do you get what I'm saying? It's hard to master those things, and I wasn't gonna try. I wasn't going to tell them, but I wasn't also going to mask it. But you just go in there like you would any other date, except for the fact that you can't see. It's weird though, because ordinarily on a date, you're going to like make sure you're looking a certain way, your trim's on point. You're going to try and make eye contact, maybe like brush their hand across the table. You've got none of that.
Timmy listening, these are things that you should have done.
But with that, it does the opposite too. So ordinarily you're on a date and it's like you might spend half the date going, oh, that man over there's drunk, you know, or like, the waiter's coming over and going, is everything okay with the food? And you've got these little distractions. So where like you can't grab their hand, you can't be making sure you're smelling good, so you lose that. But what you gain is that you've lost the distractions. So you're just hanging on each other's every word. So that's why things like a 20-minute conversation, you're saying what you might not have said in a 2-hour date ordinarily because you're not ordering food, you're not talking to the waiter, you're not looking out the window. Do you get what I'm saying? You're just locked in.
But how do you approach that though? Because if you're only going on words, you come in. I see the notes like when you're on the show, the notes. Like, so you're trying to think, okay, if I'm talking to her, this is the last thing we talked about. I want to go deep in that type of conversation. I want to go and like kind of focus on that. Like how's that kind of approaching it? Because there's a new landscape of dating that basically you've taken on.
You've got to concentrate.
And then how much do you take from what people say? If someone says something mad, bear in mind that you can't see their face. So like they say something crazy, are you automatically like put off or like whatever?
Pretty much. Like for example, if you've got certain deal breakers like, oh, I wouldn't date someone who's works abroad and is going to be away 11 months of the year or something. I don't know, say you got like something. If she said, oh, I do this and I'm away most of the time, you're going to go, wow, that's not for me. Or if she says, I don't want kids, okay, that's not for me, or whatever. So like, I don't really have any of them kind of deal breakers, but I know certain people that come back and be like, she says she's this, that's not me, or I'm very religious and she's not, that's a no for me. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, you do have to kind of hang on those words and go by it. But like, to your point, they kind of give you prompts on each day. There's like a theme of each day. You don't have to go by it. But one might be sex and intimacy, another might be child rearing, like child rearing, or like another might be religion and spirituality. So there's like a theme of each day.
That's good.
And they guide the conversation basically.
Yeah, like you got prompts. Again, you don't have. They're not going to be like, hey, stick to the question.
But like, you I'll talk about this.
You got like, and they're aware of the same prompts, so you can kind of go, hey, did you want to talk about these things, or did you want to just pick up where we left off last time? So it does give you a nice little structure. But again, you didn't have to go by that. But they were surprisingly insightful. It's like, bro, I never thought to ask that kind of question. Actually, what is your view on But the thing is, I'm just the kind of person like, I never want to go on a date or make friends by interviewing someone. So I felt awkward asking questions.
You kind of want to find that out.
It feels too formal.
In that environment, it's good to know that, right? Because you need to go and cover those type of questions.
Exactly.
I like, now that I'm hearing it like that, I like that because dating should have been like that. Dating should have been like that. So like, I guess you sift through all the bullshit, and how the person looks, and you're just more like, what do you stand for?
100%. Because let's be real, how many of us have dated someone and it's like, I've heard people say like a year in, they found out that they were so politically different. Up until that point, they've just been focusing on, oh, she's a vibe, we like the same music, she's beautiful, the sex is great.
Why
are you always
She's sweet, you're distracted, isn't it?
I hear you.
And then like a year in, like some political event happens and they go, oh, that's crazy, and they go, what do you mean? I agree with that. And you go, whoa,
that's
how? And then it's like, or 9 months in, they realize that this person wants 6 kids, the other person doesn't want any. You're like, shit, how did we get to this point without? So it makes sense. Like, so often we're on a date and we just get swept up in how good they look or just that kind of vibe, which is nice, don't get me wrong, and you want that too. But you do sometimes bypass the more important questions. And we've all done it, do you know what I mean? So it does do that. There's pros and cons of both ways of dating. Do you know what I'm saying? And let's be real, as much as it's a good experiment and it's a great show, most people aren't going to go into a date and be like, let's blindfold each other. But what you can do is take some lessons from it and go, actually, it does make sense to ask the more important questions.
So true, man.
He ain't going to do it.
It's scary though. You don't want to be asking, so what's your views on you know what I'm saying? I'm eating steak right now.
And some people feel vulnerable. It's because it's like you get asked like hard questions, man.
Yeah, true. Can I ask you a question? Sorry.
No, go on.
So like when the trailer came out, I think Eman put the trailer in the group and it was like, oh shit, that's Ollie from uni. So obviously when the trailer comes out, you just think, oh, like you don't know how far that person that you know is going to go in the show, how far they're going to go in the show. So when you jumped on, like you was actually in the pods now, did you think, oh, I'm actually going to go and propose to someone and get married and do the whole thing? Or was you just like, let me just see how this goes? Or did you have like, I'm going to try my best to get there?
Do you know what? That's a really good question, to be fair. Like, I remember just thinking, if I know for a fact I'm going to connect with someone because, like, without being arrogant, I'm good at talking to people. And whether it be like with the man them or with girls, I'm always good. I'm good at making conversation. I'm good at making connections. So I knew that was going to happen. Whether I was going to propose, I had no idea. And even if I did propose, whether they were going to want to follow my story all the way to Greece, to the retreat, I didn't know. So I kind of went in there just with an open mind. I wasn't like, go for it, because like, if I don't do this, I've failed. It was just like, let's just see what happens. And that's the most genuine answer I can give. So it's like, I was open-minded, but I'd already made peace with either outcome. I might go in there and it's just a fun time. I might go in there and get all the way to the altar. I might fall somewhere in between, who knows? But like, I've said this on other interviews as well. I probably wasn't taking it as seriously as I needed to be. Like now that I look at it in hindsight, like I probably wasn't as ready for all of it as I should have been or could have been, or as ready as some of the other people were. And that's why like I dropped the ball on some of the more difficult conversations and things like that. But like you live and learn, and I don't regret it at all. Like I had an amazing time. I made some, I had an amazing time with Demi.
Yeah.
I made amazing friends, and it was an overall amazing experience. So
Hey, I got a question. Sorry.
When someone's got a question, I get
it. You might be jumping in, but yeah.
Okay, go on.
You go.
So my question is about the pod, yeah? So when you and Demi were having a conversation, she was like, I kick ball. What was your thoughts like when she said, I kick ball?
The thing was this, do you know what it is? Because obviously I box and I do MMA and stuff like that. I've got female fighters in my gym. So I'm used to hearing about women from like traditionally masculine sports who I don't see as any less of a woman than I would if they did ballet.
Cool. Exactly.
Like, I've got some leng fighters in my gym. So I'm like, okay, you box and you do football. So what? Like it genuinely didn't put me off in any way, shape, or form. If anything, it just kind of made it easier to talk to her because she was like, I don't know, we had something in common.
You both do sport,
So I was like, it genuinely didn't make me think anything. I kind of maybe, because she even in the pods like mentioned like, more time I'm just in tracksuit, this and that. But again, I've seen some lame girls. I think like being from the environment that we're from, I don't know, we're not like. Do you know what I mean? A lot of girls in London are like, they might wear crepes and tracksuits, but they're still bad. So I didn't really do either of them things. So it was an interesting one, but I was just like, all right.
Is what it is.
Yeah. For real. And that's what that sounds like the politician's answer, but it really is.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
I'll probably be the same. I wouldn't have an. Well, actually, do you might not be able to remember this. Do you have a picture of what she looked like? When
and it's really, really weird, you know, like because I bumped into this person not that long ago. I didn't actually speak to her, but I saw her at an event.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But when she said boxing, I thought, have you heard of Natasha Jonas?
Yeah.
I was picturing her throughout the whole podcast. I don't know why. That's what I had in my head. Yeah. So like, I wasn't a million miles off, but I wasn't damn sure it wasn't accurate either. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah.
Is that on the back of your mind though? Like when you're there, obviously the whole point of the show is Love Is Blind, but you're there. Are you thinking, what does she look like?
You have to, man.
She's sweet.
I'd be lying if I said we weren't all doing that. Some people are doing it more than others.
What's your saying?
That's what I'm saying. All the questions are going to try and, because I'm sure they must not encourage you to try and like ask questions to see, the personal descriptions or what they look like, right? But in the back of your mind, you're probably trying to bypass that, circumvent that to a way where you can kind of like get a sense of like, kind of how do you look like? How do you look?
Do you know what? Yeah, to your point there, you're not allowed to ask anything about their looks. The one thing you're allowed to ask, interestingly enough, was ethnicity. That's the only question you're allowed to ask.
That is a but some people are doing it though. I've seen some season when people have done it.
There was a guy that said like, "Can I carry you?" or something like that.
Yeah, that was a while back. And Sam of my series did something similar.
That's
it. He's my favorite character.
He's wild.
That's
You need a
crazy.
character like him on the show.
I was so happy when I saw him there. He's crazy.
I've got. So you know what? Yeah, I got a lot of heat for being friends with Sam, innit? You have to understand, the Sam that I saw out of the pods and the Sam that you man saw in the pods are two very, very different people. The Sam away from the pods and away from the reveal, he's actually a cool guy. Like he is. I know a lot of people I'm probably gonna get heat for backing him here. I really am. But I'll be the first to say to now and to his face, the way you went on the pod was. I can't back that. It wasn't,
he's moving, man.
Apart from moving weird, like some of the things you do were damn right disrespectful, and at the reveal, and with the conversation with Benai, which we'll probably talk about later. Yeah, but like I say, what I was being presented with at the time, I didn't see any inklings of that side of him. So he was just a cool guy and we got on. And it's funny because when he came out and he was like, "Oh, she said something about I wouldn't be able to pick her up." Yeah, obviously I've gone over that. I've gone over to the comment. I remember my sister said she was watching it. And she's like, as soon as I saw you going, I was like, "Ollie, don't go over there. Don't go over there because if you say something dumb, you're gonna get sorted." Luckily, I didn't really say anything. But I remember thinking it was hilarious, not because of what he said, but I was like, "You're so stupid." Don't talk about this. You're making something like an idiot, but there's a few things I can say. Yeah, that's fun. But like I say, I genuinely didn't try and get a picture of what they look like by asking questions. Like I say, I'm the kind of person, I've used this example before. I could be on the phone to Nat West on customer service and I instantly create a picture, male or female, of what they look like. My mind automatically does it. I automatically have to assign a face to it. Same way when I'm reading the book, I assign a face to the character. So that's how my mind works. Whereas some people said they were in there and they were literally seeing like the locked character, they just saw like a blank face, and fair enough to them. But I always assign
picture somewhere.
But I wasn't trying to like dig and find out more. Like the only thing I asked her, in fact I didn't even ask her ethnicity, she kind of accidentally gave it away because she said, oh, I'm going to Jamaica in December or something. I went, oh, okay. That was later on anyway.
Yeah.
I think, apart from that, I didn't think I really asked. Yeah, so like, you kind of just put it together by like voice and just general feel, man.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So we're gonna go into the details. Because I was gonna go back to uni, but I was gonna, you know what? Forget uni now.
No, we can talk about uni.
You know, just touching up on talk about uni, yeah. Okay.
It depends what you're gonna say.
What are you gonna say about uni?
I'm just gonna go back because to see your dating experience because. I remember the first time.
Let's not talk about you.
Let's not shout.
Yo, it's Manny from Pastor Meerkat. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Let's not shout away. Because I remember me, Bangs, Pedro, Vish, all went to the same uni. And Tim, sorry, I forgot about him.
Who didn't go to that uni though?
I'm the only one. I was there a few times.
That's what I mean.
He was there a few times. I remember we got to the uni, I think it was Vibes. Was the very good Vibes?
Vibes,
level 2. Level 2.
Yeah, that went off, man.
It was off.
And all of us called Unite.
That was the Monday one, I think.
No,
they changed the name.
They changed the name.
They switched it. Vibes Unite, same thing.
Same thing.
But I remember us guys were getting ready. We're like, you know what, this is our first time. You know when you first start seeing girls and you're in a new world.
Yeah.
And we all dressed swaggy.
You used to wear woolly hats.
Swaggy.
You used to wear woolly hats.
The swag we had back then was wild.
All
them pictures up, bro.
Then I remember we get into Vibes, and your whole year were all hench. You guys look like you're all on steroids,
They were massive.
What's his name?
Sean.
Is it Sean BA? You used to come to
BA.
Oh, BA. He used to cut his vest like this.
Bro, he wasn't even in our year, you know. He'd been there for about 10 years.
He was an alumni.
He was never. I'm convinced he's still there.
Let's make this clear for everyone listening. There was a guy in the rave that was 10 years older than us with his top off. The whole rave.
Every rave.
Who's that?
That's BA.
With the vest.
He used to cut a V in his vest to show his chest.
Were you man there when there was another guy that used to wear a black guy, like way older than him, and he used to wear like a cowboy hat?
No.
Okay, you might have gone, bro. This guy was, all my life.
Cowboy
And
hat's
no one
crazy.
knew what year he's. I don't even think he went to uni.
But I'm not gonna lie, when we got into that rave, I used to see you there. I used to black out, man. I was like, nah, why is the 6'5" guy here, cleaning up? But how was your dating experience in uni and whatnot?
Oh boy, you're gonna get me in trouble. Nah, do you know what? Obviously, like for a lot of time at uni, I had a girlfriend. I had a girlfriend, but when I was single, I was active in it. I was like, fuck it. There was times when I was a menace, and then there was times when I was good as gold in it. But uni was fun in it because like it's for the first time you're away from home, and you've got a place where you haven't got to go. I've got a free yard. You've always got. Do you know what I mean? Like
everyone's so cool.
Uni was crazy, innit? But like,
Now I'm thinking because obviously you said like you had a lot of fun, you spoke to a lot of girls. So I'm just trying to tie in what made you go into Love Is Blind, if you get what I mean. Because you must have had loads of dating experiences. You must have met loads of beautiful women, but the personality wasn't fitting. So maybe you thought, you know what, I need to block that out and just feed into their personality.
It's a good
question.
question.
Get to know their personality.
Nah, it's a good question. Do you know what it is? Like, I've spent a lot of time in my life, not just with regards to like TV shows, but general experiences when I've been like, that sounds interesting, but nah, I'm not gonna do that. And I got to like, you know, later on I thought, I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but like, this is my yes. I'm going to start saying yes to more experiences. Like, no matter whether it's like, oh, do you want to come to this event or do you want to do this shuffle? Do you know what? Why not? Because I'm going to get later on in life where I'm the chance of me going, I regret doing that. That's less likely than me going, do you know what? I wish I had done that.
True.
So when this opportunity presented itself, I'm like, it sounds different. I'm not married. This might be an interesting way to get to that stage. So I was just kind of more open to it. Like, and like I have had a lot of dating experience, but traditionally it's led me to the wrong people, obviously, because I'm not in a long-term relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? And I thought it'd be an interesting way of just flipping dating on its head and not leading with looks. Both ways, because not only am I not going to get the chance to be like, oh, she's length, so I'm going to go for her, even if she's not got a better personality, but also the girl might have the opportunity to judge me and be like, like kind of what you said, like, who's this 6'3" light-skinned guy, and think I'm going to be a certain way. They've only got what I'm saying to go by. Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought, why not? And that's what led me there.
Alright, let's get into the meat of the show. Let's get into the meat of the show. You got 2 bonds, in the pods. Maybe more. I don't know.
Maybe more.
Talk about before we go into that, I know you want to get to meet. Sorry, just one more thing.
Ollie, go on.
You just ruined his whole setup.
No, because I want to get into that, but I know that once we get into that, certain man didn't like. They got airtime. Certain man didn't get airtime. Like, what's the situation like with that? Because I don't want to go and like.
Yes. So, do you know what it is? Like, essentially, it's up to the producers to decide whose storyline is worth following and who's not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think...
Producer,
You said something like I don't answer.
To build up, and then like, wait, I need to say something stupid about it.
I get what you're saying here, but I'm going to this flow.
I was just saying, like, on the screen, we saw you built two main connections. But there was more connections that weren't shown. But let's focus on those two first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So how were you dated a lot of girls, then you narrowed it down to those two.
Yeah.
How did you decide which one you want to carry on talking to?
Like, out of those two,
out of those two.
How did I narrow it
Out
down
of
to?
those two.
Yeah.
Oh.
Out of those two.
Genuinely, like what I said on the show, and like I've said I've only done one interview since, by the way. So like, this is only my second interview because I genuinely said I'm not gonna do like I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Like the first, I don't know. Have you guys heard of Jesse Wu?
Yeah, we saw it.
We saw it.
So that was a really good interview, and that was a good chance for me to like be able to speak unfiltered, unproduced, unedited. And then I was like, I'm not gonna do any more. And then obviously, like, it's like I know you, man. It's a different kind of podcast. I want it to be here, so I'm glad you're invited. Genuine, and I mean that. But yeah, like I can only repeat what I've said previously. With Demi, she was presenting more of like a wholesome, friendly vibe. And I'm not saying that Cat's not wholesome or friendly. It was just more that felt a bit more surface level and a bit more flirty. So like Demi was a slower burn to get into that kind of more like sexy vibe, but it just felt more real to me. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like in that environment when you've got a limited set of data to go on in terms of like visuals and feel and things like that, you kind of end up going with what makes you just feel like the most comfortable. And Demi did that. Do you get what I'm saying? She was the person subconsciously that you'd end up looking forward to speaking to the most. And I kind of let that lead me rather than kind of like I let it almost be like a subconscious decision rather than a conscious decision. Do you get what I'm saying? I was like, who am I looking forward to speaking to the most? Demi. Well, there you go then. Do you get what I'm saying?
Can I just say, I don't like the way they did you on that show.
Yeah, they tried to
because
do you.
You was obviously going there to break up with.
Kat.
Yeah, she just said it first.
She said it first, and then went around saying, "Wait, she said that." Or it came back to her that you said that you dumped her, or something like that.
Because I know in your mind you was gonna do the same thing, but she just beat to the punch.
I felt like you was being too chill for who you are. Not, I don't know you like that, but I can't imagine you just letting them just like attack you as if like this is who you are. You apologize. I'm thinking, what? Bro, this guy's
I'm apologizing. No way. Yeah, like so there's a few things I can say about that, and I'll try and get into all of them. So like. Yeah, if you see the episode, like, and again, what you did, there's so much to say on it. What you didn't see is that was my birthday that day, You see me chatting to Aaron. So you see me chatting to my boy Aaron saying like, like, because basically that was later in the game, and I thought, look, I've currently at that time I had three strong connections, and I thought to myself like.
Oh, there's a third.
There's a third.
You was about to
say So you see me chatting to Aaron, I've got to break them all off. I've got to go with Demi, and so I had to break up with one of them in the morning. Fuck, I'll say it was Sharlotte. Like, So I broke up with Sharlotte that morning, or whatever it was time. She was first, and it was peak, bro. Because again, it was my birthday. I've got in there. There's like a cupcake and a balloon.
Wait, that was for Demi's.
Nah, like I say, this is the one that didn't get shown. So I've gone in there. I'm like, damn, boy. And again, like, I was like, thank you. And then I kind of got into it. And what made it worse, 10 times worse, is like, you know when you dump a girl in real life, and then she's like, well, do you know what? You're a prick, and I was gonna dump you anyway. And you're like, do you know what? I'm well shot of you because if you are, then I've done the right thing. She was so like. Graceful and sweet in that moment. She was like, I could hear like the hurt in her voice. But she was like, nothing but respect.
That would have been good TV.
It would have.
I'm surprised they didn't show it because, like I say, like it was a hard moment because like if she had taken it like an idiot, I'd have been like, cool. Then that's told me everything I need to know. But because she was so sweet, I'm like, am I even doing the right thing here? Like she's clearly like a lovely person, and we built a strong bond. And I've got back into the lounge now, and I've got this cupcake and a balloon, I think. And the boys like, where? And then they see my face. And then like they were like, what happened? I'm like, like. I had to break up with her stuff. And like I say, I didn't know this at the time. I found out retrospectively. I found out afterwards, like that minute, she literally packed up and went home.
Oh,
yeah. So I don't even think
that's hard to take though.
Yeah,
that's
that
hard
is,
to take. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? So it's like,
do you remember what day that was?
That makes sense.
Yeah, when did you find out though? Because that's like a mad like.
I didn't find out literally until all the filming was wrapped.
You wouldn't find out. Even like the reveal afterwards when you see everyone because everyone's in that kind of like club.
The bar.
But she did come to one of the mixes. But like I say, in terms of the actual pods environment, she basically went up to the producer.
I'm done.
Straight went, I'm done. And went and like, so like,
that's nuts.
And then I had to, and then you see a bit of me in the lounge after that, and I'm like, I think I'm kicking one of the balloons around because there was balloons in the lounge for me for my birthday, balloons in the pods, balloons everywhere. I'm kicking a balloon. I'm going, oh boy, I'm not looking forward to this. This is going to be tough. And I was referring to my next date because I knew it was going to be Kat, and I was like, I know I have to break up with her. So when I've gone in there and she's like, oh, where's your head at? I was like, all over the place. And what I meant by that was all over the place because I've had a tough date this morning. Now I've got to do this. And then she, because I've said that, I think she was waiting.
She gauged what you were gonna say.
And she flipped it.
And the thing is, I don't want to speak bad on her. I've got nothing against her.
No, I will.
I got shit lined up.
You 100% chose the right girl.
But
You could see the chemistry with you and Demi was so much more.
100%. Like I say, I'm not gonna speak bad on Kat, but the internet's kind of said it for me. Like it's so obvious that I was going in there to break up. It was very obvious, at least to the viewers' eyes. I'm not going to speak for myself. That like she detected it and went, "Oh, I'm gonna."
She ran with him.
Oh, you're ugly, anyways.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, and even in that moment, you can see I wasn't upset. Clearly, I was just like, "Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting this, but cool." And then, so fast forward to Greece now, when she's like, "Oh, I heard you went around saying you dumped me." I was like. I genuinely, in that moment, the reason I apologize because I genuinely didn't remember saying it. So I was like, but I'll be real, my memory is terrible. You could ask me something happened a week ago and I'll be like, did I say that? So I was like, my reaction was real. I went, I don't think I said that, but you know, I acknowledge my memory is terrible. If I did say that, I apologize because that's not what happened. So I wouldn't have deliberately gone and said that. So when I'm watching the actual show now, like a year later, I was with like all my people and we're watching it, and then I'm like, I need to watch this bit. Like, I need to see what I really said. You know what I'm saying? And then I've kind of gone up to Erin and gone, she took it really well. And that sounds like I'm saying I dumped her and she took it well, but I think what I meant in that moment, and I'm not trying to make excuses, because like I say, I'll shout from the rooftops, she dumped me, I don't care. Like, But I think what I was saying to him in that moment, because he knew I was going to go and break up with her, I think what I meant when I was trying to say to him was like, she took it well, as in she took the fact that we are not talking anymore. We'll break up well. And then Connor, my other boy, goes, oh, did you just have to break up with someone? And I went, And I think what I meant when I said that was like, we had a breakup as opposed to I broke up with her. I think it's a semantic thing.
I don't know why someone will go around telling the other person anyway.
It's nonsense. The fact that then we got to Greece and then I think it was Tom, and again, I ain't got nothing against him, we're cool with, like, he's a good guy, but like he's gone to Maria. Oh, interesting, because Ollie told everyone that he dumped. I was like, who cares?
Saw that. I was like,
that guy.
What are you doing? Like,
which one's Tom again?
The guy's with Maria, the white guy.
Okay.
Older guy. The one he said.
And he's Irish, or she's Irish.
No.
He was with the like Moroccan girl.
Him.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
I don't want to say what he said, boy.
But like again, if I made it sound like to them like I dumped her, I apologize. That was never my intention. And again, but what annoyed me was that people inferred from that like, oh, Ollie's got an ego. He was trying to protect. Bro, I don't care if a girl dumps me. I genuinely don't. It happens every people get broken up with it.
It is what it is.
In the context of that show, like, come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. And you've. I know it was sad, but you've just broken up with Charlotte as well. So it's not like you needed to have, two on your side. There was no
like it was never meant to be that. So like I say, I think it was just a misunderstanding. I never thought it was going to get blown out of proportion the way it did. So when I apologized at the time when she was talking about, it was for me to just kind of brush it under the carpet. Like, oh, sorry about that. Can I go get a drink now? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was never meant to be.
Me and my missus were vexed at home. They're doing that
But I think, again, I don't want to say too much on certain people, but I think they did do me dirty. I think there was a lot of times when they made it look like I was doing certain things I wasn't. They honed in on certain things that in reality were like very, very minor. And they've amplified it to make it like a bigger.
The other example was what's her name? Jasmine. When she was getting onto you, like, bro,
I didn't understand it.
Because it's like when someone's like in your ear.
Where's your head at?
To be honest, you might say it, but they might have edited that in a way where she kept saying things. But it was looking bare annoying, and you just look pissed off.
Again, so. I spoke about it in the Jessie Wu interview, so I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't have any ill will towards her or Bobby or anything like that. Like, we're cool. That moment happened. We're in a different place now. I don't care.
It's like a year ago now.
I don't care about it anymore. Like, I've got no bad vibes towards them. But like, no, actually, that wasn't what really happened. If anything, they shortened it.
Oh, man.
They actually went on longer than it. Again, I'm not trying to throw under the bus at all, but like they actually went on longer than they made it look. So what you're seeing is accurate. They didn't like loop any of her things. It really was that monotonous.
Yeah.
But again, it's done, whatever. But like, and again, to your point, like, oh, you victim, like, why did you not react more?
Yeah.
In real life, it's a different thing. But you're very.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Was it like you was conscious of being a black man on TV?
100%.
So you just didn't want to. Okay, I get that because that's what we're all like.
Yeah, and being a bigger guy and she's a little girl. Like in reality, like I've got 4 sisters and I've got female cousins. If they were talking about, shut up, man, why you getting on? You know what I mean? And in real life, no one would go, oh, I can't believe you said that. That's just how we talk. You know what I mean? If your sister's yapping or your female friend's yapping, you go, why are you getting on for? Like you're drunk. Shut up, man. But in that environment, it's like, Ollie's a misogynist. Shut a woman down and look, he's the big aggressive guy, and so you have to be very careful. So, and I remember thinking in that moment, I've got 2, maybe 3 options. I can either walk away. I can walk away, but then people are going to be like, "Oh, she was right. That's why he can't take the truth. He's running from it." Or I can sort of jokingly snap at her and be like, "Jasmine, shut up, man." Like, but then again, I'm the misogynist for doing that. Or I can say to Bobby, "Bro, like, take your girl." But again, that kind of plays into the whole misogyny thing. Like, oh, he's talking about man and not talking about or talking about her like he owns her. Do you get what I'm saying?
You can't win.
So my only option was just sit there and take it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why you see me put my shades on. I was trying to make it as obvious as I could that like, I don't really want to have this conversation. And I even said to them, like, respectfully, I don't really want to have this conversation. Like, I'll talk to Demi, that's it. But it carried on. But like I say, it's done.
It's done,
You know, I don't know how they feel about me, but I've got nothing against them. I'm cool. I want to be cool with everyone. So I don't want to go on about that too much. But what you saw is what you saw.
We'll bring it back a bit. So obviously you carry on talking to Demi, so you cut everyone else off. Talk to Demi, then you propose, and then you get to the ceremony. Where the doors are shut.
Big reveal, the
big reveal. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, my heart was for all of the cast. My heart beats in that moment because I'm like, I'm sitting there
you don't
thinking,
know it. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking, is he gonna lips or not? That's all I'm thinking in my head. Because when they don't lips, you know,
it means
But when you came out, you found her attractive, which was a good thing. But imagine there was a situation where there was a girl standing there and you didn't find her attractive at all. How do you think you would have reacted in that situation?
That's a good question.
Big next
That's a good question. No, it's a good question.
I can't hide it.
It's hard to mask.
I don't think I've been able to hide it, and that's the thing. It's like, thankfully, I wasn't put in that position. I was attracted to Demi, so it's like. But if I got there, I think, do you know what? I wouldn't have been rude. I wouldn't have been like, whoa. But at the same time, I think it probably would have just been like a hug, kiss on the cheek, and then kind of like. Like I say, I don't think my face could have hidden it. Do you get what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling my face.
With your lips though?
That's hard. That's hard to do, man. If you do that, you have to lips with your eyes open. You're already feeling it.
Nah, do you know what? I think it'd have been a peck on the lips and that'd have been it. I think. You know what I mean? I think if I wasn't. Because no amount of producers are going to make me lip someone I'm not attracted to. Do you get what I'm saying? No amount of like, I don't want to offend this person is going to do something like that intimate with someone I don't want to do with. Do you get what I'm saying? So, boy,
you built that connection though. But you built that connection for time.
That is true.
That
is true. And this
Go on.
No, it's true because this plays into the whole is love blind. Because if it is, it shouldn't matter what they look like. You're still going to lips them and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like. I don't mind being that guy. This is the thing. This is why I get in trouble because I don't mind being the guy that says what everyone's thinking. Yeah, love is blind. Like you want to build a connection based on who they are, but ultimately, if you're really not attracted to that person,
it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
That's
it's common sense.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's common sense.
The reason I asked you that question is because your boy Sam, he met up with what's her name again?
Nicole. Yeah, there was no lips in.
There was no lips in.
You put in the
wrong,
and it was just like that interaction was just awkward.
Yeah.
Very awkward.
Again, I don't want to talk on their situation too much because I'm very, very good friends with Nicole and Bernard. So I don't want to be. I don't want to kind of like talk on something that's quite sensitive to them. But yeah, there was clearly a mismatch in terms of attraction or chemistry or both. Yeah. And yeah, they didn't have the reveal that would have been ideal, but. She found her happily ever after, and I think Sam's doing well for himself now too. So yeah, I don't like not to like
touch on other people.
Yeah, I don't want to talk on their journey too much because, like I say, I'm cool with both of them, and but they didn't have the best reveal. Everyone saw it. Do you know what I mean? So
we already touched on the reunion already. Like we touched on those, but there was a second reunion where Charlotte.
The mixer.
The mixer.
Number 3. Number 3, man.
Yeah, that was the third mixer. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so number 3.
Yeah,
there was 2 in Greece.
Oh yeah, true.
There was the beach party.
You really watched this?
You really watched this?
Oh, you man, don't worry, bro.
I've seen him in the comments. So that was the London mixer. So yeah, just to summarize for people who haven't really watched it, obviously Greece was quite rough for me, innit? I don't want to go on about this too much, but like, again, what you're seeing in that reaction when I kind of stormed off is like, it wasn't just that conversation. There was another conversation that took place that didn't make it to air, where someone else grilled me about my attraction for Demi. And then, generally speaking, I think because I was friends with Sam and the guys didn't really warm to Sam in the lounge. And again, I don't have no like...
They will turn on you.
And the thing is, you can see it, because this is interesting, And again, I'm not throwing Sabrina under the bus because she's an amazing person. I love her. Like, if you're watching this, you know, like, you're my girl. But like, what I found interesting was when I stormed off, everyone saw it, and Sabrina went. And again, it might be down to editing. I don't know, so I don't want to harp any bad vibes of it. But she went, "Ollie's just stormed off. I hope she's okay." And that kind of tells you everything you need to know. In that moment. Like, I've stormed off. I'm clearly upset or frustrated or whatever. And their first thought was, "Is she okay?"
But why did everyone have that view? Like, you were the bad guy, and like everyone was more nurturing. Like,
do you know? Can I just say something?
I know it's sensitive, right? But like,
can I just say something? Because I don't want you to answer it, because this might not be your opinion, but it's my opinion that most of the rest of the cast, they projected their insecurities about the difference in like physical between you and Demi, and they almost said to like Demi, like they almost like was trying to make sure that she was okay, because they thought that you wouldn't be attracted to her, whereas you wasn't showing that, and they kept bringing it up, which I saw plenty of times in mainly in Greece, obviously, and then obviously again in the mixes and that. Even in the reunion, like you could just see it. So I feel like they just kept bringing it up, and you can't win in that situation.
It's like a narrative that was just like stuck. That like there was an attraction there. Even though you made it clear like that there was an attraction there.
That's what I'm saying.
They just want to use a lipser all day, every day.
So again, it's a great point, and there's a lot to unpack there. But like, for one, to the lip sync thing, she had said in the pods, and again, this didn't make it to air. She was like, because I made a joke to her and said, watch when I see you at the reveal, I'm going to lips you up, And she said straight away, she's like, nah, none of that. My dad said before I came on the show, he don't want to see none of that on camera. I'm going to, this could be my potential father-in-law. I'm going to respect that. And so like, I made a point of whenever we were like being PDA on camera, I kept it very, very PG. So a lot of that was down to that. I was very conscious of that anyway. Plus, she's not a massive PDA person anyway. And we're not just talking PDA, we're now talking PDA to the world. How someone might kiss their girl or hold their girl's hand in the street, it's now different because you're now aware of cameras.
They got a camera of you lot in bed in the hotel.
Literally,
I'm not going to lips you now.
It's a lot. And on top of that, the whole like, am I attracted to her thing or not is that's the one thing out of this entire experience that's done my head in, and I'm glad we've kind of brought it up, because it's bonkers to me, because no one else got it. I've one other person from the show said, I'm attracted to Nicole, I'm attracted to Kat, I'm attracted to Maria, and someone went, no, you're not. Like, that's bonkers. Like, the only thing, we can get into why I think it is, but like, to make a comparison, I was talking to my boy about this the other day, and it's like us, man, going out for dinner, and we've all got different plates, and I go, what do you think of them chicken stews? What do you think? And you go, they're good, I like them, and I go, no, you don't.
Are you telling me I ordered this?
I just said I like it. No, you don't. You like the pork over there. And then you go, oh no, I've tried the pork, I don't like it. And I go, no, you do. You don't like that. That's what, because it's not just what happened in Greece, it's what happened online was way worse. Like, so I was tracking the kind of comments and the general thing each step of the way. So there's first 4 episodes, blah, blah, blah. So during like episodes 1 to 4, people are like, Ollie's not going to be feeling Demi when he sees her. He's going to be wanting to Kat. And I'm like, based on what? What are you basing that on? You don't know my dating history. You don't know what I go for. And you haven't seen me face to face with either of these women. How can you be saying that? So I genuinely don't know if it's them saying, making like snap judgments about light-skinned guys from London and what they're into, or if they're making snap judgments about how Demi fits into the spectrum of beauty standard. But again, and I tried to make a point on this in another interview, and I got slaughtered for it, because they basically tried to say that I was saying Demi isn't attractive. But what I said was, Demi doesn't fit what we would call the Eurocentric westernized standard of beauty. She's not a slim white girl with blonde hair. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, she's not Scarlett Johansson, she's not Margot Robbie. But that's not what I go for. You man know. You man have seen my dating. You know that's not what I go for.
The bunda.
Like, you man know me and as well. It's like, so I found it wild that people were saying like, oh, he's gonna be more attracted to the white. I even saw some comments going, I know man like him, he's into skinny white guys. I'm like,
That's crazy.
insane.
It's crazy.
Like, it's insane, and it's even more insane when I'm literally doing like responding.
That guy was vicious as well.
I'm like, responding to someone.
That's my burner, man.
Like,
That's my burner.
no, that's not what I'm into. But you know, thank you for judging me.
Yeah.
And then, ironically, again, skip ahead. We'll talk about this properly. But like, then come the reunion. People go, Demi's not his type, Charlotte's his type. It's like, well, hold on. In the first 4 episodes, you said I like skinny white girls. Now I'm with Charlotte. Make up your mind. They just didn't want to accept the fact that I'm into curvaceous women. And the thing is, do you know what, you're allowed to have multiple types of...
Ask him.
Don't do that. I'm joking. Not everything.
But like, if you're
almost everything.
If your dating history and they all look the same, if your dating history looks like Attack of the Clones, you're weird.
Scary.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I like dark skinned women, I like light skinned women, I like curvaceous women. Sometimes I like slim women, but for the most part, I do go for more curvaceous, like thicker women. Like, I'm not gonna say the kind of things I'm going to say about me, but I've been known usually to go for bigger women. So. But it's, bruv, you can't win. Like, you can say it to your blue in the face, but people have made their mind up. That's not. I don't know what it's.
You know what it is? It's a problem that someone like me and you have. When you're handsome, people just do this. Bro. And you just kind of got. You kind of got to just sit in it. It is what it is.
But it's mad to me. And I say,
Charlotte was nice though.
Charlotte's bad. I'm not gonna lie, but and she looks different to Demi. But like, believe it or not, Charlotte is not my usual type. Charlotte's way slimmer than what you go for. But again, people just see, I end up dating Charlotte, and people are like, well, that must have been his type. Also, this is stupid, because if you was to go up and down this country, right, and survey like 100 married women, right, and go, are you attracted to your husband? They went, yeah. Like, most of them are gonna say, yeah, I'm very attracted to my husband. He's a good-looking guy. I'm talking like very happily, even newly married women, right? If you then said to them, okay, but is he more attractive than David Beckham or Idris Elba or Anthony Joshua, whatever they're...
Or Peter Banks.
I thought he was going to say Michael B. Jordan.
Or whatever their like ideal type is. Most of them are going to go, oh, nah, like David Beckham's way better looking. But it doesn't mean they're not attracted to their husband. So when I had the whole thing in the mixer, where again, we'll talk about that probably in a minute, but when I had the thing in the mixer, I said, oh, yeah, like Charlotte's bad. It doesn't mean I don't think that... Like, it's not a zero-sum game, right? Only be attracted to one person.
It's weird, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I think a lot of it, I don't know where a lot of it comes from, but
I genuinely think it's projecting your own insecurities onto somebody else that you're seeing, and it's because everyone, if they think logically, will never sit there and say, I've only been attracted to this type of person, like in all of my life. Like everyone's got different. You can be attracted to Charlotte and attracted to Demi. That's fine.
Exactly, and I could be attracted to. I'm not attracted to Kat, but I could be attracted to her. And the thing is, this was mad, I'm not married to Demi. I'm no longer dating Charlotte. I've got nothing to lose by just speaking my truth. And if I was attracted to Kat, I would say it right now. I'll tell you straight. I'm attracted to Charlotte. This is gonna get me shot, but I'm actually more attracted to Charlotte than Demi. I don't mind saying it. I've got nothing to lose or nothing to gain by speaking this. So why people still can't understand when I'm saying these things is mad to me. It's like being told you're a liar when you're literally just being like, what? Like it makes no sense to me. Like whenever I'm questioning someone's truth, I always look at their vested interest. Have they got a motive to lie here? I've got no motive to lie in saying I was very attracted to Demi. I was even more attracted to Charlotte. If people can't believe that at this stage, I don't know what to tell them.
You can't. Once the narrative's set, like you just have to just let it go.
And that's the problem. Like when you look on the socials, like someone with bare followers can just set the narrative, and then people are sheep. Like people will follow, and just start spitting the same narrative. Like
it's crazy. And also, what's mad is like, I was gonna say something, I can't remember, but it's just like, people run with crazy narratives. They really do. Like I've literally seen people just make things up.
They do.
Like, and you have to just sit there and go, what?
Wait, can I ask a question just on that? Because you said you was Ollie from London.
Yeah.
You went on the show. You're Ollie from Love Is Blind. Yeah. Now you've got people talking like mad dissertations about you, your dating, your preferences, like. Don't you just want to like not have done it before, like not have done it in the first place, so like you don't have to now actually have to explain your preferences to people.
Yeah. You know, it's a good question. It's a really good question, because sometimes I do sit and go, what the fuck have I done this for? You know what I mean? Like, why have I put myself out there? Because I never anticipated I was going to get as much backlash for things that in our community is very, very normal. So I'm going to give you an example in a second, but like, for the most part, I'll be real, it's very positive. Like, I was in Collindale earlier, some guy came up, yo, bro, I reckon, hey, my missus watches as well. Hey, I rate you, man.
Yeah.
You know, I was walking past an ambulance yesterday. I kid you not, the paramedic jumped out the ambulance. He was like,
This guy's dying, but you're sick.
oh my life, the paramedic jumped out the ambulance. I get a picture, I was like, yeah, cool. Like, for the most part, it has been very positive. And as much as I've got, you know, I see comments that are downright nasty, I've also got an inbox full of really, really kind DMs.
It's true.
Not just saying things like surface level things, but like some people saying, oh, I really respect the way you carry yourself. You remind me of my brother, and he, you know, I also spoke about like neurodiversity and things like, oh, do you know what, my son's got ADHD. I respect the fact that you were open about that. So I've got an inbox full of nice things too. You're never going to please everyone. So I can't regret it, because at the end of the day, it's like there's way more positive than negative that's come out of it. And I genuinely did learn a lot about myself. And I know it sounds cheesy, but when you're watching a show that is you, even though it's heavily edited and everything, it's still holding the mirror up to yourself, and you're seeing the good bits of yourself. But then there's also times when I admit, I go, oh, do you know what? Maybe I dropped the ball there. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have dealt with that differently. Maybe I should have had that conversation with Demi. But you know, I'm pretty emotionally intelligent, or at least I thought it was. But there's times when actually I didn't realize that Demi was struggling with certain things, and I needed to reach out and reassure her. But then there's also times actually that I did reassure her, and they just cut it right out. So even if I had,
keep that narrative.
Get
on to production. Tell them.
I love the producers. Don't get twisted.
They have to create a story in it.
And they've got a difficult.
It must be frustrating sometimes when you're just like, oh, like if you saw this little piece there,
it would have changed everything.
It would change everything.
I'll give an example on that. And then I'll give you another example about what I want to talk about a second ago. So on the first interview I did after the beach pie, sorry, we're going way. I apologize. This is how my mind works. But like after the beach party, they said, "Oh, so you've met Kat now? How do you feel?" And I went, "Yeah, she's a pretty girl. She's not my type. I hope her and Freddie sail off into the sunset." They were pretty much my exact words. That was it. That should have been the end of it. If people had seen that, they'd have gone, "Oh, okay." But and again, I'm not saying they did it deliberately or whatnot, but like because I didn't make it to air, now people are going. They see me going, "Oh, she's a pretty girl." Then they cut to a bit of me giggling and think I'm going, oh, she's a pretty girl, I'm going to do a madness. And I wasn't.
They play into it.
You get what I'm saying?
They had to do it for the show, I guess.
Yeah. So do you know what? Overall, and what's most important is like, you man are my guys, innit? Yeah. My family are my loved ones. Yeah. Everyone that knows me understands what really happened, even without having to ask me. So if people outside of my circle want to hate me for the way they portrayed me on what would have probably amounted to like 2 hours in terms of screen time, let them go for it. But like, I'll tell you an interesting thing, and hopefully you man will all agree with me on this. So I got a mad amount of hate for the Cirque thing. Do you remember that?
Cirque.
There was exactly, this is how insignificant it was at the time. So there was a point in the pods when I was dating Kat, and I said, what clubs do you go to?
That was a major thing, you know.
Bro, I don't think you understand how much that frustrated me, because I watched that I watched the first 4 episodes. We had like a viewing party. It was my mum, one of my best friends, 2 of my cousins, my sister, her partner, and their baby. Yes, we was all watching it. Obviously, these people know me. So when that Cirque thing happened, they were just like laughing. We laughed for about 30 seconds and then kept it moving. Didn't think anything of it, because they all know I'm in Cirque all the time anyway, and clubs like that. But that went crazy, bro. I've seen an entire Reddit thread just on that subject. You know, talking about he's a misogynist, bro. Like saying, it's okay for him to go to these clubs, but he's gonna judge women for doing that. He's a hateful person. He's judgmental. I'm like, it was a joke. I couldn't have made it more obvious in the
it's light-hearted joke.
Bro, this is the thing. Obviously, we're all from the same area, and that like, if you go, if I said to you, again, I'm not gonna name any club. If I said to you, I'm going up to a certain club, most people would go, is that you? And girls do it to me all the time. I do it to girls as a joke. Same with like festivals, because not only am I into like hip hop and dancehall, I'm also a big house head. So certain times I'll say I'm going to this house festival, and people are, is that you? Yeah, you're one of them. I think that's just standard London banter. We all know the same clubs, we all know the same events.
100%.
Like you say you go to certain clubs or certain events, people go, is that you? Same way if you say you're going to Dubai, they go, you're one of them. That's just standard like London talk. So I think most of the people that really judge me for that were either outside of London or probably even outside of the country, because if they couldn't get their head around that was just a joke, then I don't know what to tell them. That's just standard talk. Anytime someone says they're going to a Mayfair club or one of them like bougier events, people are going to make jokes. And they're the same people that go to the clubs anyway.
I hear it.
But what you're saying basically is, we've got the eyes to hear what you're saying. We've got the ears to hear it in a certain way. And as you say, it's a national show.
Yeah.
It's global. Like,
It's global. It's exactly.
I've got people in the States talking
There's people
about
in
it.
America, like you said, there's a guy
just
that
not
came
gonna
through
get
that said you look like David.
Yeah, so I do think a lot of it was lost in translation in terms of like culture. Even down to like, and a lot of it is lost in translation down to culture, and also a lot of it was lost in just knowing me. I'll give you another example. There was a bit after the first mix, I'm in bed with Demi, and she's like wanting to talk about what got said of Cat.
Okay.
And as a joke, I went, it is late though, let's talk about it in the morning. Anyone who knows me knows that's like, you man laugh.
You're literally smiling when you were doing it.
So it was just banter, it was just a joke. That's how I am with everyone. Like, I could do the same thing with back in the day, my mum would be like, you done your homework? Do you know what, Mum, I'm tired. It's just how I am. But then again, there was whole Reddit threads about like, he's an avoidant human being. I'm like, all I would do is advise most people to take everything that is on that show with a pinch of salt, and especially with the things I do, because I'm a class clown, I'm a joker. Again, it's a learning experience. I guess it held a mirror up to me and said, do you know what? Maybe there are times for the jokes, and maybe there are times to kind of knock down the head.
That's like Pedro. Pedro jokes in like serious situations.
But you know what? I'm the same. Like, bro, outside of a funeral, there's not many situations where I'm not gonna bust jokes. At work, at like, you know. And then people are like, oh, come on now. And it's like, but that's just how I am. And if you know me, you know that. But also, I think I probably didn't anticipate just how serious the viewers of this show in particular are. And like, half the stuff I did, in fact, most of the stuff I did, if not all of it, would have flown just fine on Love Island. I'm way too old for Love Island. Like, if I had been on Love Island, people wouldn't even comment. But I didn't realise that obviously, because we're talking about a show that's for an older crowd. And it's about marriage.
And it's the first season in the UK. So there's more spotlight. Do you know what I mean?
So people are taking it a lot more seriously. Like, even, you know, when I did certain things, rather than just being like, if it was Love Island, it's like, how is he doing that? He's already coupled up with someone. Now it's, how is he doing that? This guy's engaged. So I think I was probably, I probably underestimated just how heavy the scrutiny was going to be with regards to.
Do you know what we found university funny?
Go on.
When we got to the wedding.
Oh boy.
When we got to the wedding, I went straight into your reaction to her saying no.
Do you know what's crazy? There's like,
What did he say? Wrong. He said
why?
Pause, he clocked your face, she said no to me?
You know what?
No. Don't do that. Don't do that to my boy, man.
He said no to me?
He said no to me.
This is Tim from Pastor Meerkat. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
I think obviously there was a period of time before the wedding where the dynamic changed a bit, right?
Again, she said what she said. I don't want to undermine her. She said we didn't speak through that time. I thought we did, but again, it might just be a misunderstanding what she means by speak. I don't think we spoke on the phone or FaceTime, but we were speaking on WhatsApp. But maybe she just means there wasn't enough contact. And again, it's held a mirror up to me. Maybe I should have been in contact more. Like, we were leading up to a big day. I should have been calling her more.
You should have.
You should have,
Yeah, that's fine. And I can admit
we
that.
would know.
The married men.
I was nearly there. But that's a mistake I made, and I own it. Like, this is the thing, and I've said this in the Jesse Wu interview, I don't mind taking heat for things I did, or things that I didn't do that I should have done. I mind getting heat for things that never happened, but like, 100%. Cool, I'll hold my hands up. I should have been way more.
That exclusive is crazy.
This is Dej. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
I dropped the ball now. I should have been in contact more. I own that. I recognise that now. I'm not going to make any excuses for it. Like, I think people are trying to torture me for something over and over again. I'm like, I'm already aware that I should have been in contact more. What do you want? Talk about, because I got a lot of. I'm trying to get all the things I got heat for. So I can address it. So I got a lot of heat for like not having my boys on the show. And I've addressed this in comments, but clearly not everyone's seen it. And I even addressed it in the Jesse Wu.
We saw Kofi.
We saw Kofi.
Kofi was there. My boy Jordan, and two of my very best friends did meet Demi on camera, but they never aired it.
Is this a production thing?
And again, I can only give them the benefit of the doubt and believe them. They said it's because of audio issues. They said the audio was terrible. We met in like a busy bar.
That's what we said.
We said.
So I don't know. That's what they told me. Because two of my best friends came. We met. Then we went back to the flat, and it didn't make it to air. But then again, I'm not the only person that happened to. I think Bobby had the same thing happen. I'm getting bare heat for like, he's not bringing his friends on to meet her. I'm like, no, I did. It just didn't make it to air. And then so I don't know what more I can say. But this is the thing. The amount of things I got heat for the other people did and nothing happened is crazy.
It's mad, man.
It's crazy.
They like to paint a villain, innit? Like they like to latch on something.
And I don't want to get in trouble with the producer, but I did see a comment that was quite interesting. They said they had Sam as the villain from episodes 1 to 4.
I was going to say that.
He left.
Because
I got a good edit. I thought episodes 1 to 4. It was only from episodes 5 onwards that they kind of. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people will watch it because they want to see what the villain does.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to have a villain. It's just unfortunate it was you.
I was happy when Sam came back to in the mixer. I was very happy.
Yeah, I got the day off that day.
You moved crazy that day. You moved crazy that day.
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm trying to keep it all in order in terms of chronology. But we was talking about the second mixer, innit? The third mixer, the London mixer. So that you had some questions.
No, it's just when you saw Charlotte. Was that the first time you saw her?
Yeah, so that was the first time I saw her. And again, people think I was just going crazy over her looks, which obviously I was, but it was more to it than that, because like I said, we'd had this connection in the pods.
Yeah.
And that was the person that I felt really bad over from when I dumped her, and then I found out she had to leave the experiment. Yeah. So when I saw her coming down the stairs, I was like, right, who's that? You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I made the comments that I made, and it is what it is. But so I
We got Gina.
Change the dynamic.
Do you have questions, Gina?
Do you know what's coming from Demi?
I said what I said. I went too far, and I don't mind taking heat for that because it happened. I dropped the ball. I should have kept it calmer.
You only just met Demi, so it's kind of like you kind of have like a certain few weeks.
Bit of leeway in it. But that mixer was interesting still. But
So back to go on. I was going to say like my first initial question, but you gave me the political response.
Go on.
Now, you personally, after going through this experience, do you feel like you felt that love was blind? Like when you're with Demi, did you feel like you were in love with her?
Yeah, 100%. Like genuinely, and the thing is, it grew, and you can see it when you watch it back. Like in the early stages, we were still feeling each other out. People don't understand as well. You're like, and I addressed this on the Jesse Wu interview. Like when you see that scene of me and her in the pool, we had known each other for about an hour. I kid you not. It makes it look like. Do you know what I mean? From you do the pods, you do the reveal, and then you don't see each other until you're back again with each other in Greece. And then they put you in this pool and go, let's do a scene, and you're like, right, I barely know this, but like, I know them as a person.
You don't even go to the airport together or whatever. You're literally just there. Like,
you fly out.
But you're still speaking to them all the time, I guess.
No.
Yeah, he ain't got his phone.
He ain't got his phone at that point.
That's my point. So it's like you've gone from the reveal is the last time you see or speak to them.
That's mad.
And then there's like 3 days because you go back to London, you stay in a hotel for a bit, then you fly out, and then they kind of throw you in this pool and go, get romantic. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and I can be quite an awkward person anyway, especially when someone's this close to my face and I've only just met you. It's like, so my eyes are kind of darting around, which is another symptom of like neurodiversity anyway. And everyone's going, oh, he's clearly not attracted to her. Look at his eyes darting around. I'm like, give me a break.
It's crazy. When you're watching the show, you don't really think about that. You're just thinking, they just after the whole pod thing. You just straight away.
It makes it like you go to the reveal, then you like
you're on honeymoon.
Jump on a plane straight. It's not like that. You're like, there's like a good few days between that and that. So
you believe in the show then? You believe it works?
100%. I mean, we still got 2 strongly married couples. I'm not one of them, but like the proof's in the pudding. We've got married couples from this season that are still together. You've still got married couple from season 1, I think, that are still together. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, the show works. It doesn't work for everyone, but it does work. Do you get what I'm saying? So if no couple ever got married or got married and never stayed together, then we'd be like, this ain't working. But it does work. Season after season, it works. So like I'm happy for the married couples from our season and from previous seasons. I wasn't one of them. Didn't work for me. Didn't work for some of the others, but it works. It can work. So I wouldn't tell people to lose faith in it. And if they're thinking of going on it or keep watching it because it's real.
So we say now you're out here.
What's next? What are you doing now then? What's next?
I don't even know what's next for me. I'm just like, it's been a mad few weeks, or 6 weeks, like I say. So I'm not sure where life's gonna take me, but I'm just enjoying it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I've got a few potential opportunities on the horizon, which.
You know, can I ask you a question? Sorry. So you probably going to say something mad important there, but you know, like, because you're famous now, yeah?
I'm not famous.
On the streets of London, you're kind of famous. Like, you know, if a fan comes up to you and she's nice, will you like? Because I always wonder, like, what does man do when you?
I can't lie, Carnival was mad.
There's a clip of you at Carnival.
Nah, do you know what it is? Yeah? Like, there's see some of my boys that be like, come, let's go. I'm like, yeah, but she. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't just a fan; she was a nice fan. But nah. For the most part, I'm just trying to keep clean, keep just because. Especially not while it's all still frantic. Okay. The last thing I want to be doing is getting embroiled in any drama or just like, do you know what I mean? It's a lot to get your head around at the moment. So I'm just like, for now, I'm just doing me. Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah. All right, cool.
Calm, man. Thank you for coming, bro.
Hey, listen, thank you.
Appreciated, man.
I appreciate you, man, having me for real, man. It's been a good talk.
Is there anything you wanna promo?
No,
you got a podcast, no?
Yeah, so the thing is, we've taken a bit of a break from the podcast, and Kaz is doing a separate thing. So obviously, for those who don't know, I had a combat sports podcast for a while. She's doing something separate because of schedules, and she got offered another opportunity. So she's smashing it. I'm really, really happy for her. I still want to dip back into the combat sports world. So watch this space. You might see me on, doing some other presenting. Hopefully, that's kind of a space I want to get into. But as of now, I've got nothing to promote. But this show. So yeah, now happy to be here, man. So I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ollie.
Thank you, man.
Bless.
Thank you.